On this week's 2-minute tip, we're talking about collards. Collards have always been a staple of Southern cuisine, but recently they've been increasing in popularity across the entire country. There was even a famous chef that said collards are the new kale. And in my opinion, collards are one of the most productive crops you can grow in the vegetable garden. As far as the total amount of harvest that you get over and over again throughout a long growing season, you won't find many crops more productive than these guys here. They're extremely frost tolerant, but they're also pretty resistant to bolting. So you can plant these things in the fall, grow them throughout the entire winter and on into some of the warmer months as well. Now you can do a one-time cut on collards and just cut them off at the base of the plant. But I like to harvest them much like I do lacinato kale. I just pluck the bottom leaves off the stalk there, leave a few leaves at the top, and we can continually harvest these things all throughout the growing season. You can let these leaves get really big, but I prefer to harvest them at about this size right here where the leaves are just a little bigger than my hand. We've planted several varieties over the years. We've tried the Vates, we've tried the Top Bunch, we've tried the Champion collards, but our favorite is this variety right here called Tiger. We start our Tiger collards in these seed starting trays like you see right here. And these things grow out a real nice transplant like this one here that's ready to go in the ground. I've got this single row of collards right here that I planted back in the fall, and we've already harvested these guys 5 or 6 times and they're still kicking and still producing really well. But for spring, I wanted to go ahead and plant me another row, a double row, so I had plenty of collards going into the warm growing season. So I took my double wheel hoe and made me a furrow to put down my drip tape. Then I took my drip tape layer attachment on that double wheel hoe and laid my drip tape in that furrow. And then I wanted to plant a double row, so 1 row on each side of that drip tape. I plant these guys alongside that drip tape about 1 foot apart. And then for the second part of the double row, I'll stagger the plants so they fall in between the plants on that first part of the double row. And then once those transplants get settled in a couple weeks, we'll start shooting them some fertilizer through that drip system and also side dressing with some Chilean nitrate. So if you want to maximize your garden space and grow a crop that's going to continually produce through a wide range of temperatures, grow you some of these Tiger collards. They're good to eat and they're good for you. I hope you enjoyed this week's 2-minute tip. We'll see you next week.